Someone should love you, should love all of them, I know, yeah. Love is for suckers, nigga, don't trust nobody. She said she love you, but she love everybody else. This someone she love you, she love another damn I know, yeah. Pretty man good do. She said, baby, I can't explain. I love you, I him. We just friends, we just talking, nothing less, nothing more. We are no one, no explanation. From you, we are no one, no explanation. You should know that I don't care. You should know that I don't care. Love is for suckers, me I don't trust nobody. She said she love me, but she love everybody. There's someone she love me, she love other time I know, yeah. Pretty man would do. I won't let my emotion win. 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 You should know that I don't care. You should know that I don't care. If you love me, don't you let anybody touch that body, baby. No. If you really love me, you should keep that body safe for me. Only me, exclusive for me. Baby, don't, don't let me down, baby. Don't kiss another person, don't do another person. I'm greedy, you should know already that I'm greedy. Oh, I'm greedy. You should know that I'm greedy. Oh, I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. Oh, I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. As you be the only one on the earth. A lot of guys in my area wanna feel the dead man. That's why I need a good girl, bad girl. Something like Rihanna in a miniskirt. She give me steady, all I call her Rihanna. Let's break a baby, you can call her Tiana. Oh, she, a bad girl. She give me steady, cause she know I'm a bad boy. Good girl, can bear. Baby, you's a good girl, can bear. Baby, you're a good girl, good girl. Good girl. I'm greedy, I'm greedy, I'm greedy, I'm greedy, oh, I'm greedy,
Nasikia uoga, kwani ulitoka? Nasikia ukanichocha, mbona ukanichocha? Ulinidanganya ukaniweka kwenye tocha, ulinichanganya ukaniweka ngoja ngoja, akikuona ukanitoka, nakungoja nakuomba, tumia nikisonga songa, ni wewe tunaona ona, nasikia tukoroga roga, niweze kuitoa toa, yeah I need you, siwezi amini ulinipa huzuni, nikahofia na wengine sijajioni kama korofia, nadoroshonoka goro yako ninakwenda adigeota utumega komenyaga lakini ukanikanyaga, mbona sasa ukaniacha, mbona uwezi kanifuata, najua maybe sitakupamba, naona lately umenyamaza, nasikia uoga, kwani ulichoka? Ukanichocha, mbona ukanichocha? Ulinidanganya ukaniweka kwenye tocha, ulinichanganya ukaniweka ngoja ngoja, akikuona ukanitoka, nakungoja nakuomba, tumie nikisonga songa, ni wewe tunaona ona, nasikia tukuroga roga, niweze kuitoa toa.
Yes, I. Karibuni sana to the Black Fire Network. Karibuni sana to the Black Fire Network station. Karibuni sana. This is the Black Fire Network media for the 21st century. And of course, you're listening to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. I had a fantastic weekend. It been the 16th of August. And of course, 3 minutes past 12 here in Nairobi. The weather is super chilly, but we are appreciating the good vibes that we are vibrating all the way from the 254 to wherever you are listening to us from. I thought by probably maybe by today that my voice will be super good, but whom am I? Who's the weather? Whom's the weather? Karibuni sana once again. Please do remember we are live and interactive on our social media handles, on Facebook at the Black Fire Network radio station, on Twitter the Black Fire Network using the hashtag Pan African Bliss with Joby, and of course hashtag Black Fire Network as well. You can also slide in the DM on our Instagram handle as you get to interact with us, telling us how was your weekend. Because there was a time that I don't know if it was, I don't think it was last Friday, but there was another Friday where I did get to read a quote whereby enjoy your weekend, with the most quality time, and of course, in a very good quality way, because Monday is always here in 30 minutes, you always, the moment you always bumping into the weekend, we have like, here's the Friday, then we have the Saturday, then on Sunday, but before you even realize it, the day is already over, the weekend is already over, so you get to approach Mondays, and I do get to realize that most people do not really love Mondays. I don't really know why, because you find most people have hangovers. Most people are really super lazy to waking up. But at the end of the day, me, I'm not that kind of a person. I appreciate the weekend starting up, and of course, I love looking up to positivity whenever I'm starting my week. Because I actually today I did get to start my day in a very good way. I did get to listen to some good inspirational quotes, which has really motivated, and of which I'm really going to be sharing, of course, with you, because I think it also relates to the same code that I want to vibrate to you today, rather the code that I want to share with you today, because I keep on saying each and every time, you find that people are facing different situations on every day, but you don't know how to handle it. You are focusing, we must focus ourselves, rather focus our lives on negativities, but not the positivities. Because your life has been full so much negativities. You face so many negativities in such a way that you don't even have the mentality of even focusing your mind into the good things, or rather the good things that the universe is intending to come your way. Nonetheless, I'll be sharing with you that today. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan African Bliss, and of course, do remember to interact with us. That is on our social media handles. As I said, you can also call us in, SMS us, or WhatsApp us at the +254 754 402 730 as you tell us where you are streaming in from, where you are listening to us from. In case this is your first time, Karibu Sana once again. My name is Joby, and of course, we also have an amazing website which has been upgraded, and of course, that is at the www.blackoffirenetwork.com. And once you log into the website, you can also be able to create your own profile, join the Black of Fire family, and of course, there is an amazing live streaming chat over going on there, and of course, some amazing programs, and of course, we also have some contents which have been uploaded there. So in case you're wondering, what do these people really talk about? What are they all about? We talk generally about the matters that are concerning the African continent. And of course, at the end of the day, not just checking the demerits that are affecting us, or the situation, the negativity that is surrounding us. Because when you check on the sides of politics, on the sides of economic, and the sides of agriculture, and everything that is really surrounding us, there is so much negativities that is really making people lose hope. But at the end of the day, it all depends on you. This life is fully your responsibility. So ensure that you are vibrating positive vibes on your way, and of course ensuring that your mentality is on a positive mentality all the time. So we generally talk about the black lives, and of course the black people, that is the black brothers that we have in Kenya, in Uganda, in Tanzania, in US, in New York, in New Jersey, in Florida, anywhere, in LA, in Los Angeles, anywhere, just as long you are a black person. And of course, you get to understand the effects that are affecting us as black people. Karibuni sana. And of course, you can, once you log onto the website and once you bump onto the content, you can watch it, like, comment, and of course, share with your friends. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Blackout Fine Network Media for the 21st century. And as I said, or rather as I keep on saying, I love starting my day with an amazing quote, or rather motivating myself. And of course, I want to motivate, ensure that I'm motivating someone each and every day. So the quote of today is just a wisdom quote, actually, just a wisdom, vibrating some wisdom, because they say that we only had wise men. That is way back. If you look into the generation of today, we don't have wise people. And I don't believe in that, actually. We are wise. The generation of today is wise. It's just that the mentality, how we reason, and the leaders that we have, the people that are surrounding us, the people that you choose to stay with, or the people that you choose to stick around with, those are the people that makes us, lose some self-concentration in life, or rather, just get you lost in the course of, doing life. But at the end of the day, we are all about, positive quotes. So the quote of today is, if you want to succeed, focus on changing yourself, not others. If you want to succeed, focus on changing yourself, not others. So it just relates with the first thing that I said a little bit earlier, whereby most of us are focusing on negativities. What has been affecting you, what you have been going through. So you think like life, all that you have, all the way in the course of the life, all you ever face is negativities. It's like you never approach any breakthrough anywhere. But I want you to change that mentality from hence today. And of course, it being the 16th of August, I do believe that you are still making some goals for yourself. And of course, you do hope them to manifest before the end of the month, and or rather before the end of the week. So personally, I'll just say, or rather just encourage you, despite the challenges you are facing, do not just reflect your life on the negative side. Reflect it on the positive side. Just tell yourself and hope that something good is gonna pop up. Be it in the course of the day, or within the course of the week, or within the course of the month, or before the end of the year. Just tell yourself, yes, maybe I've done this mistake. Rather, we are humans, and of course, we face challenges, and no one is perfect. And at the end of the day, it's just a matter of reflecting life in a positive way. Just tell yourself, yes, I've done this, rather this might have affected me, but this should not really stop me from moving forward. And of course, the good is yet to come. That is one thing that I always keep on telling myself. The best is yet to come. You might be at your worst state right now, but the best is yet to come. Karibuni, and once again, this is the Black of Fire Network Media for the 21st century. And of course, I said we are live and interactive on our social media handles, on Facebook, on Twitter, and of course also on Instagram Instagram at the Black of Fire Network Station on Instagram, Black of Fire Network, also on Twitter using the hashtag Pan African Bliss Joby and hashtag Black of Fire Network, and of course on Facebook at the Black of Fire Network radio station. Man, I'm hating my voice. I'm really hating my voice right now. It's been a weekend and my voice does not want to come back into normal. And of course, I've been taking some lemons, some ginger, but it still doesn't want to turn up. But I hope to be fine before the end of the week because I don't want to reflect negativities. As much as I'm telling you not to reflect on negativities, I don't want also to reflect on negativities. Keep it the Block of Fire Network. This is the Pan African Bliss Show. We're gonna take a short musical break. Then when we come back, we're gonna be discussing on the topic of today. We know that the Zambian elections did take place. That was last week. Thursday, and of course also on Friday, and the winner has already been declared. And I don't know about how Zambians are happy, or rather what is the next move that they have for themselves, or rather the reflection that they have for the country right now, because we've seen that so many leaders we keep on electing, nothing has really changed. But now Zambian, the opposition candidate, that is Hakainde Hichilema. Yeah, he sounds more of a Nigerian. The name sounds more of a Nigerian. But the opposition leader, Hakainde Chilema, has won the election. And of course, I do know that Edgar Lungu might be having some trouble. Just asking yourself, how did this happen? Maybe he didn't expect to lose, and maybe of course the people who are supporting him as well. But we're gonna be checking more onto that. And of course, as we also get to run onto the South African side, where we know that the ex-president, rather the previous president of South Africa, that is Jacob Zuma, he is still in hospital, and of course they are expecting for him to go under a surgical operation. And for me, I'll have my thoughts on that, or rather my say on that. There's something fishy about this whole thing of Zuma being, in the hospital and everything. So I'm gonna be mentioning more about that as we get to discuss the topic of today. Keep it the Black Wi-Fi Network, and of course, interact with us as you tell us how was your weekend, how did you get to spend your weekend, and as we get to discuss the topic of today. This is the Black Wi-Fi Network, and of course, I'll be playing you right now, Hustle by the one and only Kevo, because I do believe it's on a Monday, so most people are waking up to grinding, hustling, and of course ensuring that you have made your ends meet, and of course providing for your family. We'll be right back after this short musical break.
This is Black Fire Radio, media 21st century. Kila mara kila forget this, tumetoka juu, tumechoka kugoja mapolo tupoke hizi madola juu, tumesota na wira tubonda, lakini mola tulola kwa maisha bora, kuna kuchoka chora safi kila kona. Hustle, ha, everyday to purchase hustle, ha, level up your pace, hustle, ha, gangu, high life is face, hustle, saka, mula, hustle, ha, everyday to purchase hustle, ha, level up your pace, hustle, ha, gangu, high life is face, hustle, saka, mula. Bado mina rap this low life, nikisaka tu hizi bula, nikiweka bila kutoa, nikificha white na sura, wasijue tu mina weka, one day boom mina ball, keep dreams up so high, keep down low in my mind, saka, pesa, saka, mula, saka, money, saka, wera, saka, janta, saka, kazi, saka, mula, saka, mula, hustle, every day people just hustle, level up your business, hustle, can't do my life is face, hustle, saka, dola, hustle, every day people just hustle, level up your business, hustle, can't do my life is face,
Yes, and that is by the one and only Kaka Kevo. He calls himself Kaka Kevo, if I'm not wrong. And of course, he's speaking about hustle. And I do believe that even on a Monday, most of us have woken up to grinding, and it being a new week. You're looking forward to some positive, rather some goals that you want to, some goals that you want to make ends meet before the end of this week, before the end of this month. Ensure that you are doing that because time is waiting for no man. And they say time is really money, and I do believe that you are making that some goals meet, and of course that as a purpose in your life. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Blackout Financial Media for the 21st century, and as I said, we are live and interactive on our social media handles. We are on Facebook, the Blackout Financial Radio Station, on Twitter, the Blackout Financial, as is the hashtag Pan African Bliss Joby and hashtag Blackout Financial, and also you can slide in the DM that is on Instagram as you tell us how was your weekend, how did you get to spend your weekend. General Mosquito, good rising to you too. I hope you are doing great. Karibu sana to the show. How did you get to spend your weekend, General Mosquito? Please tell us. Mine was super fantastic. I can't say much about it, but I was super busy, just up and down. And of course, I did get to learn some three things about the universe, about myself, and of course even about other people. And that is what I was really talking about. Earlier when I was giving out the quote of today. Man, I hate my voice. I'm not really hating my voice, but I just hate the fact that it's really raspy, like super raspy. I used to say that I love people who have raspy voices, but I don't know if this is how they really struggle when they're talking. As much as this is due to cold, I don't know, like this is how they really struggle talking. Nonetheless, Karibuni, I did get to share a quote where I was saying about, if you want to succeed, focus on changing yourself, not others. Because I did say that most of us will find that we reflect life on the negative side, or the negative things that have really affected us, but we should not really do that. So when you're waking up today, as I did get to play that amazing jam by the one only Kaka Kevo, Hustle, I hope that you are reflecting and of course, focusing that you will be able to achieve whatever you have, rather the goal that you have for yourself today. Karibuni sana, this is the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, and I was just talking before that short musical break. I was just talking about Zambians, and of course, you did get to see that Zambian election was held. That was since on Thursday, if I'm not wrong, on Thursday rather on Friday, and of course, it has been declared. The winner has already been declared, and it's been reported that Hakainde. I'm saying that this name sounds more of a Nigerian name. But nonetheless, it's being reported that Hakainde Hichilema beats President Edgar Lungu. And I was just asking myself, I don't know what is the thoughts of Edgar Lungu right now, because I'm so sure he's super bitter. But at the end of the day, I hope that Zambians are happy, or rather whoever they have chosen and the expectation they have. And of course, the president who has been chosen is going to make a change. As much as we keep on saying that these African leaders, once they get into the seat, they don't make any changes. They are making manifestos, not fulfilling any of those manifestos, which is really even happening right now in the 254. We are expecting to run the election, rather the elections to be run next year on August. At a time like this, people will be counted, rather the president will already be elected, because it will start on 5th of August, that is next year. And of course, people are expecting some changes, and we don't want, personally, I've seen that Raila wants to vie for president once again. And I do believe his time is really over right now. I don't know why he keeps on being given chances over and over again. And of course, it's also been reported that Uhuru wants to extend his term, and I hope this really doesn't happen, because the matters of corruption are really rising up so high. The matters of especially the police brutality that is really happening in our nation. It is becoming too much. And of course, our presidents are really watching this. Our leaders are watching this. The young youths are being killed outside here for no reason. For no reason, just because you have dreadlocks, you're being threatened. Your life is, it's a threat whenever you have in dreadlocks. I don't know how in Jamaica people really do survive. As much as that is a culture that they have there, I wonder if it was in Kenya, if people just ensured, rather if they striked and just say that this is a culture that now we want to ensure that everyone has dreadlocks. How many people are gonna end up dying? Because if you're seeing dreadlocks, you are a thug, you are a thief, you're just being suspected. Your life is just a suspect. Nonetheless, we hope that Zambians are going to, face a change according to the president that has been elected, that is Hakainde Chilema, and I do hope that he's going to make a change, or rather a big impact in his country. And he makes also, as he makes an impact in the country, let him be an example to other African leaders, because we are expecting examples to come out of, from our own continent. Most of us are expecting changes, rather our leader to act up like Joe Biden, or rather, I don't know, someone just any country, any other European country. We are looking up onto this, as much as these leaders are being, being controlled by the Europeans, being given orders by the Europeans and their colonizers. We are also, as Africans, I will be talking much about that, which will lead us to the topic of today. But for now, I was just talking about Zambians, and of course, it's been reported that Zambia's Electoral Commission has confirmed that last week's presidential election was won by the opposition leader, that candidate, that is Hakainde Chilema, and Mr. Chilema defeated his rival, the outgoing president Edgar Lungu, by more than 1 million. It was actually 2 million views. I did get to see that yesterday. It was Mr. Chilema's sixth attempt of winning the presidency, and his supporters have been celebrating on the streets for on the capital of Lusaka. Earlier, Mr. Lugu alleged that elections were not free and fair. Actually, people do always have something to say. This is for sure. This is so for sure. They'll always say that whenever you've won, they say that it wasn't free, it was not fair, or something happened. If you've been defeated, man, say, talk a kitty. Get out of the seat. Get out of the seat. General Mosquito, I can see you saying that I spent my weekend in peace and quiet, and I'm glad to hear that. That is nice. Whenever you just having some good quality time for yourself, I think that is one peace of mind that no one can ever take away from you. Sounds like a terrorist name. Does it? Hainde Chilema. It sounds like a terrorist name. Personally, I think it sounds like more like that is funny actually. I think it sounds like a Nigerian name. Personally, that is my own thought. And as I was saying, I hope that Zambians will be able to face different, a different government, and of course get to be, how do I say it, the challenges that they might have faced with Edgar Lungu. I hope that they do not face the same, with the Hainde Chilema. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan African Bridge Show, and of course on the other side, I did get to mention on the South African ex-president, that was the previous president, Jacob Zuma. He's been reported that he is still in the hospital, and they are expecting that he should go under a surgical operation. But personally, my thought is, because I was just thinking about it when I bumped into the news, and I was just like, if you ever watched this movie whereby, someone, maybe he is a criminal, or maybe he did do some criminal stuff, then you are taken to the jail, you act up like you're sick, then you go to the hospital, then they're gonna, maybe because he has money, he's gonna maybe say pay some doctors and maybe some, some policemen, or maybe some people who are working in the government, and act like he's dead or something. I don't know why, but my thought might have, I'm just thinking of it, and I'm just saying he might just end up building up, or rather they might come up with something else, that maybe he has undergone the surgical operation, and now he's been reported dead, and then he ends up hiding because he doesn't want to face the, the situation that is ahead of him, of being held captive in the jail, rather being arrested for the next 1 year, and for the next 15 months. And I do hope that justice is going to be served right to the South Africans as well, because I do believe that most of them did go under a lot of pressure, or maybe the challenges that they did get to face when Zuma was still under the seat, rather when he was still a president. Nonetheless, that is what is happening in South Africa and in Zambia. We're going to be checking later on the rest of the countries what is really happening. But for now, we want to bump onto the topic of today, or rather jump into the topic of today. I was just thinking, and I was just reasoning, rather relating with everything that is happening right now, especially in the 254. He did get to mention the terms, or rather the matter of police brutality, which is becoming a really big major issue, not only in Kenya but also in other different countries. I do believe maybe also in the US, but or maybe in other African countries, which is also becoming like a crime that is really being practiced each and every day. Police brutality is becoming it is been conducted, and of course justice is not being operated very well. So last week, actually on Friday, it was being reported that two twins, two male two guys were killed by police because of being outside past curfew. They actually died in the hands of the policemen because of being mishandled. And just the other day, well, I want to talk about the topic of today, where I think Africans disunity, the disunity that is really happening in Africa. It's not only coming from the Europeans, but because the Europeans are really sucked up our minds, it has really messed up our minds, it has really corrupted our minds, our mentality, the reasoning of not even loving one another or even caring for each other in such a way whereby this unity is not only coming from the Europeans, or rather from the white side. We as Africans, we are also practicing it. How? We're gonna be checking onto that once we take this short musical break. Keep it the Black of Fire Network. We're gonna be right back, and of course, we'll be discussing more matters on that. But personally, before I take the short musical break, I want to ask General Mosquito, and I know you are here, and of course, the rest of the Black of Fire family, please interact with us as you tell us what you think about the matters of today. Do you think that Africans are also promoting disunity to the African continent? Because we get to see in the likes of I did get to discuss in the matters of on Friday, where we've seen so many other Africans are running from Kenya, or rather from Africa, going to invest in other African countries because of how the government is running the government, or rather running the countries, and of course the hatred that is really among us and within ourselves. No one wants to support another. No one wants to see any other black person succeeding. There's so much hatred. Of course, some witchcraft. Let me just mention witchcraft is really real actually in Africa. In some parts of Africa, it is really real. Someone is gonna just mess up with your destiny or maybe something. That is one thing that maybe no one really talks about, and of course we'll be checking more about that. General Mosquito, please interact with us and tell me what you think or your thoughts. Your thoughts on, do you think Africans disunity is also promoted by Africans themselves? Because personally, I think yes, that is the major issue. And of course, we'll be talking about because I did get to see on Friday 4 men were killed by just some common wananchis here in Kenya because of having dress, and because they look like thugs. Actually, I thought it was the police, but it's not the policemen. And of course, people have been protesting, discussing, rather demanding for justice to be taken over. And I do hope that justice is gonna be served right to the parents, because they say in Africa we say, or rather the normal say, which is really literally known, the person who literally knows the pain of a child. In Swahili we say ajuaye uchungu wa mwana ni mzazi. I'm a mama. So the person who really knows the pain of losing a child, it's literally the mother or maybe the parent in general. So we're gonna take a short musical break. When we come back, we're gonna be discussing more about that. This is from Nigani by the one and only Pubs. Keep it with Back of Fire Network.
This is Black on Fire Radio, media in 21st century.
So strong, cat John Cena. Die from some gold digger. Candy from here, shot jeep and a stream like 2 car strip. When I'm spit, I'm in the viper. Kalio me mega rider. Cough bullet, me pull trigger. Can you jump na die figure? No I rise, no I bare finger. Na speed fast, ki Godzilla. Nacheza utadhani La Liga. Na wakunywa si atina ringa.
Form the gun.
Blenda bash na has.
Form the gun.
Timide mkali, wow.
Form the gun.
Una black na huna cash. Umebleki na shash kwa chachu, wow.
Form the gun.
Blenda bash na has.
Form the gun.
Timide mkali, wow.
Form the gun.
Una black na huna cash. Umebleki na shash kwa chachu, wow. Melty kwangu ni culture. Underwater uwezi nipata. Photographers leteni mapicha. Mko haya ni mko mapichwa. Niko haya ni mimi ni teacher. Na watoka kipetero kipita. Uko fine lakini ni filters. Niko haya ni mimi ni cheater. Una trend na unakula kata. Wene lusa usijione smarter. Wene Lucifer ama ni Satan. Kama geto ni kupigwa ngeta. Fake kwa heta ni time unatesa. Wakihe tunatafuta pesa. Dada ni cha kusafisha haraka. Nimemada yani nimekafunga.
Form the gun.
Blenda bash na has.
Form the gun.
Timide mkali, wow. chachu wa
Fuck me, God, fuck me, God.
nenda bash na has
Fuck me, God.
Jimmy ndio mkali wao
Fuck me, God.
una brat na huna cash umepleki na shash kwa chachu wa
This is Black Family Media, 21st century.
Yes, and that is from Nigani by the one and only Pups. And of course, it literally talks about, when as you tell us how you did get to spend your weekend, it's just like, asking what are the plans that you have, maybe for the week, or maybe the plans that you did get to have during the weekend, or rather, how did you get to spend your weekend in general? But it generally talks about the plans, from Nigani, what are the plans that you have? Nonetheless, this is the Black of Fire Network, media for the 21st century. And of course, listening to the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, and I hope you are doing fantastic and enjoying the show of today. General Mosquito, I can see you saying that self-hatred, Joby. If you hate yourself, you hate anyone and anything that looks like you. I totally agree with you. That's what I was talking earlier. The matters of the mentality and how we reason, because we are reflecting life with so much negativities. Yes, life. No one said life is going to be perfect. No one said life is going to be full of roses, or rather, you're gonna wake up to a silver of platters and full of gold, or maybe full of money, and everything is gonna be smooth for you. No, life is full of challenges. But the way you reason after the challenges you are facing, that is what will reflect after. The anger, I did get to see in the some things I did get to mention even some time back. When you are angry, according to the laws of the universe, when you are angry, you are vibrating at a very low pace. So in the African state, I was just thinking, personally, my own thought, I think this unity is being promoted also by our fellow Africans. And I do agree with you, self-hatred is one of the things, because it's just like the time sometimes I did get to mention, you can't tell me you love me when you don't even love yourself. You must first understand yourself. You must first know your own interests, get to know what you really love about yourself, or maybe your own desires in general. And at the end of the day, you're going to be able to understand even the other person better. But again, not everyone is full of hatred, General Mosquito. Personally, I can't say that I hate my fellow brother for no reason. I mean, why would I hate my own neighbor for no reason? Unless you have attacked me, that is when I'm gonna confront you. Personally, I'm a person who is going to confront you. Yes, you've done this, you've hurt me, and that is one we're going to solve that. We don't need to hold grudges. You don't need to, be angry at me for no reason. That is one of the things that is really happening, or rather affecting most of us as Africans, because we are hating on each other. And of course, you can't love me if you don't really love yourself. You must understand yourself for you to be able to understand the other person. But generally, I was just talking about Africans' disunity. Is it true that most Africans are not united because of the hatred, as you were saying, the hatred that they have amongst each other, not even loving each other? Is it because of religion? Is it because of tribalism? Or what is really happening in our continent? Because right now, if you get to, as I did get to mention before that short musical break, some four young youths were killed on Friday, not by the police, but by the mob justice, just common wananchis. Just because they have dreadlocks, they were having some good time with their friends. That's why maybe you're celebrating some birthday party, you are with your friends, and all of you have dreads, and you have a motorbike. Now you are being claimed that you're gang. And you are the people who have been causing peace, rather making other people to lack peace in that community. And that is totally wrong. And that is why you can see, as Africans will not be able to move forward. And it's because of the hatred we have amongst each other. The hatred that we have amongst each other. Not being able to understand your own fellow person, because you do not even understand yourself. All you have is negativities. All you see is negativities in front of you. So you think everyone is full of negativities as you. I wanted to share a short video actually by a certain politician, where he was even addressing the medias. Where even when the medias are seen, it's like when you come in to take a report from me, that the things, or rather the things that is really happening in the country, they are totally full corruption. There is totally no justice. Yes, you are reflecting this news. It's been reported, but nothing is really happening. I'll also share an audio whereby even yesterday, actually, Africans are really making us to fail as a continent. We're really disowning ourselves. We are really hating ourselves as we hate on each other, or rather as we hate on others. General Mosquito, you're saying that I've seen many times how people speak to law enforcement. They have no respect for authority, but if they were dealing with the white officer, for example, the behavior would be different. That is totally true. That is totally true, and it's an issue that really needs to be addressed, not by the government, not by the leaders, but we, the people that really understand each other. And that is why we are here, to ensure that these messages are getting out here to other people, because the way people are really dying out here, the way Africans are killing each other, the way Africans are really hating on each other, it is becoming super too much. It is becoming too much. It is becoming a disease. It is becoming pathetic on every day. I did get to see yesterday on the media, on the news yesterday, and it was really sad. I did get to see some people sharing their thoughts when they were sending the SMSs on the news, and it was really, really sad. So many people, we've seen that most African people are running from Africa because of poverty, because of lack of job opportunities, to go look for greener pastures in the outside country. But right now, more than 200,000 Kenyans, rather 200,000 Africans who are in the Saudi Arabia, who are in Dubai, who are in Qatar, right now, they have been locked somewhere. It has been reported that there are two bodies which were there was a girl actually who died. She fell from a cliff, and because the boss was forcing her to to climb a ladder, which she couldn't. Because if I'm a girl and you're telling me to climb a tree and I've never climbed a tree before, how do you expect me to handle that? Of course, maybe something is going to happen to me, or maybe I'm gonna be able to, a branch is going to break, or maybe I'm gonna flip my leg and I'm going to fall down. So there was a girl who really died because of falling from a ladder on a very top, highest point, because of being forced by a boss from Saudi Arabia. These are matters of just and I was just talking about that. I was just discussing with my mom yesterday. When I was watching the news, the matters of the embassies that we have here in Kenya, they are also misleading people, because the moment you are taking a young girl or maybe a young man to go do a job there in Saudi Arabia, these people are getting monies in their pockets. And the moment you are there, they're gonna tell you, the embassies right now, they're really changed. They're gonna be ensuring that you are okay after 2 weeks. They're gonna be calling you, and of course, your family is gonna be also be informed that you are doing great. But it's totally wrong. Our Africans, the Africans that we have, the brothers and sisters that we have here, they are misleading us for their own benefits. And that is one thing that really needs to stop. Actually, I'm gonna just share the video as you get to hear what this guy really has to say. And I totally agree with everything that he did get to mention. It's just a short clip, and I do hope that you'll be able to understand what he was really talking about.
The other thing I like about StreamYard is that if there's ever a glitch in your internet connection, your stream isn't immediately turned.
None of you can deny that what I'm saying is the truth. You know it's the truth.
This was in 1998. Considering right now we are in 2021, the matters of corruption, the matters of racism, and Africans hating on each other, or other Africans not even supporting each other, and looking up onto the Europeans for support for everything, it has not even started right now. It started way back. Up to now, Africans really don't want to wake up, and it will continue like this if we really don't want to really open our eyes to see the reality of everything that is really happening.
But either you won't write it, or you're too cowardly to speak it, because you want some favor here or favor there. So because you can't talk, you are muzzled. I'm not. I'm a free black man, and I didn't come here looking for a handout, and I really don't think you need one. Your problem is that you think you need a handout. Everything you need is right under your foot, but you looking everywhere else for help instead of to yourself and what you can produce for yourself. This is Africa's dilemma. You are parading yourself before the world as international beggars when you gave civilization to the world. Your problem is not America. Your problem is not Israel. Your problem is not Britain. Your problem is your disunity and your dependence on others to do for you what you could do for yourself. So I don't have to come back here anymore to help you. The help is already here. The knowledge is already here. The land is here. The sun is here. The water is here. The minerals is here. Are here. You have some of the finest minds in the world, but they're in Europe.
Literally, we have everything under our foot, as it said. We have in the likes of gold, we have silver, we have everything that we want. We have clean water, we have everything. Right now, since the colonization and of course the government that we have today, everything has really been messed up, even in terms of water. That is why you can see even the people who are living in the ghetto, they are drinking poor, dirty water, rather the dirty water, because of the pollution that has really been introduced, or rather by the companies that have been put out here by the government, which they really don't even want to handle things in a very proper way, or in a very mannerful way. The hatred that we have, I mean, it's like me coming up with a shop. It's a factory which is going to be removing, maybe, or rather producing some chemical products, which I'm very sure and aware of it is going to be affecting the people who are living in that area. Or if it spreads further, it is going to affect the environment. But I'll still do it because I do not have love for my fellow brother and sister who are living there. It is for my own benefit. And this is one thing that is really failing us. Africans, we really need to wake up. We really need to wake up.
And they're in America making money while Africa suffers. Why don't we create politically stable environment and call the children of Africa back home to help build Africa? We are your children, and we will come and help. But don't expect us to come with billions of dollars when we don't have it. We're struggling in America. But
Exactly
you got
the
it
thing.
all right here.
Exactly the same thing that is really also happening right now. As I did get to say that right now we have more than 200,000 African people who are in Qatar, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. They are struggling there. You think they are making greener pastures, but these people are really struggling so hard. While you have everything here, but because of the corruption, the hatred, also one of the things that is also happening right now in so many African countries because of lack of love amongst each other. You don't want to see your fellow African person succeeding. You don't want to see your fellow person succeeding over this and this and this. That is also what is really affecting us. And that is why you can see most of us will never succeed because of the hatred that you have amongst each other. And let me tell you, karma is a bitch. I'm going to say it. Karma is a bitch. And of course, everything that you do or reflect to other people will always come back to you. That is something that you should know. It's just like I was saying, you have a factory over here, you know that it produces chemicals which are going to be effective to the people who are living around there, but you're still going to do it because you're not reasoning enough, because it's not your family. You won't care. You're just like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? That is the thing that is really affecting us as African people. And I was saying, in general, for me, as I get to wind up, and of course, I want to appreciate everyone who has been here. My closing marks as we get to wind up is, personally, my thought is, and that is on it, and it's on period, and I'm not going to take or rather argue with anyone. And of course, I totally agree with General Mosquito. And if Keith was here, I'm totally sure he would also agree with me. African disunity, as much as it came from the Europeans, we are also promoting African disunity. And this is one thing that really needs to stop. At the end of the day, we need to stop. Let us love each other. Let us care for each other. Stop doing things thinking that it will never come back unto you. Everything that you do in this earth, it will always come back unto you. They say karma is a bitch, and you should take that in. Unless karma has not really affected you, it will affect you very bad. Nonetheless, I want to appreciate everyone who has been streamed in. Thank you for your sentiments, General Mosquito. We did have some hits with the connectivity, and I do want to appreciate for your sentiments. And I was just saying, as I wind up, personally, I think Africans have really promoted disunity. And that is why you can see our African nation will never be able to move forward, because the leaders are also seeing, we're taking in everything that they're telling us. We're taking in everything that they have been, them being controlled. They're reflecting it onto us, and we're sucking it in. We're sucking it in. It's streaming in our blood. It is flowing in our blood. Not in my blood, though. Not in my blood. And I hope not in your blood as well, the Black Hot Fire family. Nonetheless, I want to appreciate everyone who has been here. This has been the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. And of course, you've been listening to the Pan-African Bliss with me, your host, Joby. And I do hope that you have enjoyed the show and learned something at the end of the day. Let us just stop blaming the Europeans all the time. All the time, the Europeans, they're not good people. It's not like I'm taking any side of it or any side of them. But let us start with ourselves. As we keep on saying, let us learn our history. Let us stop running away from our culture. Let us stop running away from ourselves. I reflect with the same thing that General Mosquito, you did get to hint earlier. That self-hatred, because you don't love yourself. You have so much negativities about your life because your life has been full of negativities because of the things that you do to others. If you do good, they say if you do good is always gonna come back unto you. If you do evil, it is always gonna come back unto you. But you find that there are people who are doing good and they are being reflected evil against them because of someone who's not really who does not like you, who does not want you to see you moving forward. And of course, I do hope that at the end of the day, we're gonna be waking up before it is too late. Because we're going to be affected. My child, I wouldn't want my child to go through the same system, or rather the system that is really ongoing right now, to face the same cartels that are on the system, rather in the operation right now. I wouldn't want my kid to go with the same mentality that I grew up with. As much as right now everything is changing upon me, I want my kid to grow up with different reflection of life, different sentiments about life, not negativities and not hating on people for no reason. Even if it is hating on people, learn to forgive. I'm a forgiver. I'm a quick anger person, but again, I'm a forgiver. Okay, I'll be angry for the longest time actually, but again, I'll forgive you. That is who I am, and I love being honest. Nonetheless, I want to appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for your sentiments. Thank you, General Mosquito, for being here, and for the rest of the family. Do remember we have the African Diary, which is just in a few minutes, and keep it the Black of Fire Network. We're gonna be catching you just in a few, and of course we have the Rhythm Scoop Show, and we have the 254 to Jadili Show. This is follow me by the one and only Pax the Kid. Now I want to say kwaheri as I get to give you much love to you.
See they call me Mr. Basketball, so I could like the very first time that I sit connected, I come from above me, I want you. Girl, you're staying with me, don't run now, run now. Even if you stay far, my love will be close to you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Whenever you need me, my girl, I go there for you, for you. Only say you stay around from me, please don't run from. Cause me, I want you, girl, I don't go run from you, baby.